Hello, my name is Maria Mediavilla, and I'm going to talk about the background of our entrepreneur and how did we identify him. The entrepreneur we have interviewed is my father, and his name is Javier Mediavilla. He's licensed in marketing, and since he was very young, he has very clear that he wants to dedicate himself to the business world. So he had finished his marketing degree, he did 3 masters. The first one at IE in business management, the second one at IESE, an executive manager program, and third and last one a digital master in ISD. So once he was already more professionally formed, he started working at Mediaset, where he occupied a lot of positions, and he ended up being the general manager of a business unit and CEO of Netsonic, that it was an international digital Mediaset company. So after 55 years working in this company, he decided to take a great leap and fight for what he had always wanted to have, that it was his own company. So now he's a CEO co-founder of UPartner Media, which is an strategic media agency that streamlines and optimize the media plans that other companies have with technology value-based distribution. So to this day, our entrepreneur has been working for his company for 4 years, and he's very proud of what he has achieved.
Okay, how did Javier identify this business opportunity? Well, after 25 years working on the same thing, he ends up getting bored and discouraged by always doing the same tasks over and over again. Wanting to change the work environment and to experience new things, especially when someone carries within him the entrepreneurial spirit like Javier did, willing to take a risk and to start his own company. Javier and a friend had always talked about starting their own company, and by chance they both left their jobs at the same time. They knew it was a perfect moment to start UPartner Media. They wanted their company to differentiate from the others by taking on projects with passion, motivation, and illusion, and to always engage with their customers. From his years of experience and his position in Mediaset, knowing the advertising/media ecosystem, he identified the possibility of creating a company that would work in a new space partnership with advertisers in this country, analyzing competitors and the other players on the market and taking advantage of their inefficiencies. Thanks to the opportunity that some marketeers have given him, he has had the option of reaching out to companies and advertisers to make a differential value proposition.
I think the idea that stood out the most from this interview was that successful entrepreneurs are not some sort of special individuals that are granted with some sort of godly gift. What defines them is rather the ability they have to believe in their skills and the value of their ideas enough to take the financial risk to make it a reality. Looking back at the story of Javier, the objective was clear from the start, growing his budding idea into a viable business. According to him, the idea stemmed out of 2 main sources, passion and ego. So here, looking at his extensive experience in the field with a reference here to the effectual thinking style mentioned early on in the course, and his inner entrepreneurial drive finally unveiled somehow helped us shine a light on why he decided to finally take concrete steps to turn his digital marketing agency plan into something concrete. From a personal outlook, he described the process as rough, exhausting, but ultimately very gratifying and fulfilling. He had to accept challenges, overcome his fear of change, and actually get out of the comfort of his corporate job and actually seek out the opportunity out there. So I think one of the most striking elements brought up during this part of the interview, at least, was the necessity of knowing his customers and fine-tuning his offering according to their needs. So here, looking past the administrative jargon and documentation, deeds, and licenses, and the somehow excessive, I must say, 30 pages business plan crafted over years and years of brainstorming and research. I think what I retained the most here was the somehow contradictory statement between himself arguing that every business needs a thorough pre-groundwork in order to function, but also at the same time somehow regretting that he didn't make the jump sooner. So to conclude, looking at the critical successes, obviously financial, but also in terms of value created for society, with his company employing more than 20 people today, and the risk he took, and looking at how successful the venture turned out to be, there was something so elegant and precise about his attitude and story that I can't even think of something I could have done differently. So as cheesy as this may sound, everything, from the idea to the execution, was perfect.
Hello, my name is Felipe, and today I'm answering this question of measuring success. Is the venture successful? By what criteria? Has the entrepreneur give up anything by choosing his career path? Well, our entrepreneur actually gave up the comfort of working a multinational business in a good place in exchange for being the owner of his own decision, of being the owner of his own company. The entrepreneur renews quality of life in order to start a business in these first years after long hours of work. So mostly he gave his hours with family, friends, for the business, for being a good entrepreneur. Today, he continues giving up things such as part of the benefits, dividends, to invest in technology, talent, in short, in growth of the company. He wants the company to keep growing as much as he wants him to progress as entrepreneur. The company has and continues to have a lot of success, and it can be seen reflected in the constant growth of turnover, portability, human resource, and growth in authority and reputations. So, as we can see, this company keeps growing as the entrepreneur, the owner of the business, is growing. It's successful because it gives all the benefits and the profit that the entrepreneur wants, and also give them as much as he can use so he can reinvest them in the company. Also, the entrepreneur gave up a lot of things, but he will never regret about that. He gave up time with family and with friends, but also he gave up a comfort place in a multinational business.
Would you invest in this venture? Would you work for this entrepreneur? Based on what you have learned from this person, do you believe you could be a successful entrepreneur? So basically, after having the meeting with our entrepreneur, we have seen and we come to the idea that this business is very interesting, and also because the entrepreneur has transmitted us a lot of reliability and enthusiasm, and basically the main idea that is that if you put a lot of effort and work in what you want to create, you will achieve your goals. So working with him will be a privilege. He's a person who we have been getting along really good. He's open-minded, respectful, and has the patience to explain to us all of the ways to achieve these goals and to understand what he is doing. Because at the end, we are young and we don't have the main ideas. Like, we have the main ideas, but we don't know how to develop them. So having a person like that, it's very important. Now we are so motivated, and we hope one day we become a successful entrepreneur as him, and that we achieve our goals. Although we have we have a long way to go there, because you have to put a lot of work, a lot of effort, and a lot of time. But we believe that we can do it if we put that effort that this entrepreneur put in his work.
Of course, we can become entrepreneurs since we are students. We have a lot of ambitions, we have a lot of creativity, a lot of good ideas, and education-based languages, etc. And so this will give us a lot of power to become such to get to our goals. So that's what we basically decided.